I love that free dance. And like you said, it's like the perfect amount of cheese. You can get
Right.
cheese on your burger is fine.
We're back! Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween. You're iconic. I love you so much. Glad to have you back, friend.
Thanks. Stop. Keep it coming. Glad to be back. Glad to be back. You look great.
Oh, thank you. Dylan, you're clearly a dragon. Can you tell me the inspiration behind this?
Well, it's a onesie and it's very comfortable. And I have these wings from a very, very bougie Halloween party a couple of years ago. And I was yeah, you were there too. I was the dragon from Game of Thrones, and Sharon was Daenerys. So I kind of pieced a few things together and revived.
It's perfect for us. It's very skating. It's dramatic.
And you?
So I am Rocky from Paw Patrol. It's my nephew's first Halloween, but I'm recording, so I won't be able to go trick or treat with him. And so we were all supposed to dress as Paw Patrol characters, the mom, the whole family. So this is me as Rocky and saying, "Hi, Nova. Happy Halloween."
Happy Halloween, Nova. Happy Halloween, Jacob and Caleb and Sarah and David, my little niece and nephews.
Ooh, eat all the candy and then stay up. Don't let your parents have a moment of rest.
So, Skate Canada, amazing stuff. No surprise here, Russian sweep in the women.
Paul and Piper do a victory lap to another Skate Canada International win.
And Nathan Chen back on top where he rightfully belongs, and he didn't even need a coach.
Let's start off with the fabulous women's event here at Skate Canada. First place, Kamila Valieva. I don't know her. Who's that? Second, Elizaveta Tuktamysheva. Third, Alena Kostornaia. Literally a carbon copy of Finlandia Trophy a few weeks ago. This was the exact same podium.
Insane event. Insane event.
Insane, crazy event.
There were 6 different people who did triple axels.
Wow. I want to thank every single woman in that event for bringing it. We won't be able to mention all of you, but let's get into our winner. Kamila Valieva, the 15-year-old from Russia. Who is, I think, in the last Avatar, the last Airbender. I'm
gonna go on record here and say I think she's the best female skater I've ever seen.
Wow. So first of all, we just have to say a big mistake. We had a preview last week where we didn't even mention this girl's name. Of course, we know who Kamila Valieva is.
We were testing you all.
Yeah,
you
we were
like,
testing you
obviously,
guys.
This is a competition for seconds,
Yeah.
so
we made a big mistake. We did a single jump in the short program at the Olympic Games. Like, we made a big mistake.
Yeah, we fell on our ending pose.
All we can ask is for
or our
forgiveness.
opening pose.
Yeah.
It was terrible. We're better than this.
We
I
are
hope
better
you
than
stay
this.
with us.
But just such maturity for a 15-year-old skater. She skates with such emotion in that program, and every time she steps onto like her blade for an edge, she likes manipulating the air and ice around her. This is why I'm calling her the Avatar. She was 1 point away from Nathan's tech score at this event.
In the free.
In the free.
Oh. Unbelievable. And even to your point, the triple axel in the short program with the arms over the head.
It could go wrong so many times because if you're slightly out of the circle when those arms go up, this is going to take you right out and you're gone.
And that happened in the free. She was outside the circle and she still only stepped out. She's like, no, I got this. Ain't nothing but a thing. 45-degree angle, no problem. I'm literally Ket.
Let's talk about this free program. Let's just get into it.
Let's do it.
3 quads, 1 triple axel, had to step out. One of the best quad toes I've ever seen in my life. How does she get that high? She is on another planet. She left. She's on that Jeff Bezos starship. Like, it's just like, how? How? And we have to talk about, she just set the world record for the free and combined total a few weeks ago in Finlandia, which the previous was 174.31, now 180.89. Total combined score that she set was 249.24, and now it's 265.08. All hail Kamila Valieva. This is also her senior Grand Prix debut. We've never seen anything like this before.
Chameleon%, she's my favorite female skater.
Period.
There was an event. There were other skaters, and they were unbelievable as well. I mean, Tuktamysheva, I've never seen her this good. She's on top of everything. She's solid. She's confident. She means business. She's here to win. She's here to make her mark. She's here to finally go to an Olympic Games. World champion, has never gone to the Olympics. That's an indication of the depth of Russian women's skating.
Also, probably the best hand choreography ever. She says, catch these hands, watch them flip and make magic. Like, I love it. Kostornaia, Elena Kostornaia, again, had a brief stint with Evgeny Plashenko. She's back with the Thierry. Not a super clean skate from her in the free, but good enough. I think the triple axel actually in the report card was downgraded, actually.
Yeah, she looked a little open in the air. Like she didn't have the same kind of confidence through the rotation that she seemed to have in previous competitions when we saw her nailing it. She looks like she's been messing with things, different coaches, changing choreography, different programs. All that considered, I think she still did a really good job.
Yeah.
You know, we're just used to all these skaters being perfect.
Like, we're spoiled, man.
We're spoiled.
We're so spoiled.
We're spoiled. Thank you, Russia.
Shout out to Madeline Skizis, the highest finishing Canadian woman at this event, placing 8th. Big mistake in the short program with a doubled triple. She had a really bad warm-up, actually falling and going into the board, so she was able to recruit a decent program. Good fight in the long, not super clean, but showing why she is the top woman in Canada and the one who's to watch to get that coveted Olympic spot. And of course, Emily Bausbach, 11th, and Alison Schumacher finished 12th, rounding out the Canadian women.
In the dance, we have in first place Canada's Piper Gilles and Paul Poirier. In second, we have Italy's Guinard and Fabri. And in third, their first ever Grand Prix medal from Spain, Smart and Diaz.
Let's get into it right away with Piper and Paul. They're the first team so far to get level 4 on the Midnight Blues here during the Grand Prix season so far. But let's talk about that that free dance. What did you think, man?
I really like this program. I think it'll grow on me more as the season goes on. There's so many beautiful moments there, so much intricacy. They look like they believe that they belong there. And they did before, but there's something different. This season there is this like weight off their shoulders. They finally got their world medal. They won a Grand Prix last year. They are in the top group, and you can see it. They own the ice.
Yeah. And of course, they had their first kind of breakthrough with that mesmerizing program, that Vincent program. And they went back to it kind of, getting Govardo, the people who sung that version of it. They got them to sing a cover of the Beatles song, Long Winding Road. Perfect story for their journey as a team, overcoming so much. There's still room to grow as well. Paul getting a level 1 on his 1-foot step sequence, which a little bit criminal. I guess he can only do a twizzle, but and actually in the beginning, if you gotta catch it, you miss it quickly. She actually slips off her edge going into the spin, but Paul's not having it. Pulls her right up. They hit that position. They leave that element with high GOEs like nothing happened. They're in it. They're in it for themselves, and I'm assuming this is probably their last season. Perfection. Love it. Love. Guinard Fabri of Italy. I love that they kept their atonement free for this season. It's a perfect vehicle for them in the Olympics. Diaz and Smart picking up their first Grand Prix medal with a bronze here. Back-to-back Grand Prix coming from Skate America. I love their programs this year.
Me too. That Zorro, it brings me back to Novice Men, and I'm just reliving it with so much glee. And you know, we talked about this, but they do have a perfect balance of just enough of the gimmicky sword fighting with the sound effects that it's not too much, but if it wasn't there, you'd be missing it. It's great.
Yeah.
They really get into character. I really love that free dance.
I love that free dance. And like you said, it's like the perfect amount of cheese. You can get
Right.
like, cheese on your burger is fine.
It's not
But
kosher.
I want to talk about the rhythm dance really quickly. They're embroiled in a battle for that solo Olympic spot for Spain with Hurtado and Kaliavin. They were originally just going to decide on Finlandia trophy. Diaz and Smart actually beat them, but it was by a quarter of a point. So I don't know what's going to happen with this selection, but those two vehicles are perfect. I love them so very much.
It's going to be quite the duel.
Yeah, for sure. Also, Hurtado is Diaz's former skating partner.
Right.
So
Just to add some more drama, because ice dance doesn't have
there's
enough of it.
never
innately.
enough. We could always have more. And then, of course, quick honorable mention to Lejoie and Laga, young Canadians vying for that last Olympic spot. 6th place here. 2 strong skates, love their rhythm dance. He hip thrust so hard, I fell off my chair. That Rio program was a crowd favorite. They loved it, great energy. And then of course, Webb, Steeker, and Sales finishing 12th at this event. All right, the men's event, kind of a mess, completely opposite of what we got from the women. Nathan Chen in 1st place, winning handedly by almost 50 points. 2nd, Jason Brown. And 3rd, Evgeny Semenenko.
So let's start with the champion. Nathan, back in fine form, not his full 6 quad free program that he's going to be planning for later in the Olympic season, but looking good, back on top, back where I'm sure he feels he belongs. At least that's where I'm used to seeing him. But he looked more in his groove. Couple fights on some landings, but all in all, really solid skating from him throughout both programs.
I really love that short program by Schillenborn, that Benjamin Clementine, the motif of the stop, stare, look aways. Great work by Schillenborn here, Canadian royalty of ice dance. But even here, where it's quite the biggest improvement from last week at Skate America, still eventful for him at this event. Can you explain what happened?
So apparently, and Ashley Wagner tweeted some details, but his coach Rafael Arutunian went to sit and watch another event and ventured into an area that was outside of the competition bubble for the skaters. And there was no signage. He got confused. He saw some other coaches on the other side and went over and was escorted out with his accreditation being taken from him. Luckily, he was able to stay in the arena and be ringside, but not competition ringside with Nathan. So he did get to see his program. And Nathan, you know, he's just like, yeah, I got this, no problem, Raph.
But this is just a testament to how amazing he is. Like, after a week where you really want your support there to let you know, like, after that disastrous Skate America, you want your coach to be
Disastrous.
there with you. Disastrous, right? It's still, like, pretty good. And then he's just like, no, I got this.
All in all, his training took over and he did his job.
Quickly, hopping over to Jason Brown. 2nd here, not really... not a clean skate, a fall on a triple axle, and then quad south very under rotated, but he went for it.
Jason Brown is arguably the most beautiful skater in maybe all the disciplines. He just has it all.
Yeah.
Like he skates and it's a work of art.
It's bleeping everything. Give him a Grammy. Oh, not Grammy. What do they get for
Emmy?
What is it? Emmy? Give him an Emmy. Give him an Emmy.
Give him one of those awards.
That split skid 3 turn into like almost a back outside loop while he's holding his leg above his head. Ridiculous. I fell out of my chair every single time. Sorcery. Like Jackie Wong would say. Give him 10s. What are we doing? This is ridiculous.
Right. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Where are the
Give him
10s?
10s.
That should be the standard.
Give him his
Yes.
things. Semenenko, 5th in the short program, 2nd in the free skate, pulls up to 3rd, landing 3 quads. Again, not a full clean program. Nathan's closest rival, but that's by 50 points. Quick shout out to Maritzi Kedavishvili, reigning European bronze medalist. Comes from last place to 4th in the free, 6th overall. One of the cleanest programs of the event. Good for you, man. That's hard to do. And then we got to talk about the Canadian men here.
Keegan.
Keegan
first. He was in a great place after the short and looked like he was off to a good start, but just couldn't kind of keep his balance. He couldn't stay in the groove. It was kind of in and out, and even looked like he hit his face off the ice off that triple loop.
After that triple loop, he did hit his face. But he also did this at Finlandia Trophy. He was first after the short and then fell to 7th in the free. Not a pattern, but it's happened before. Hopefully he'll find his groove. He's a fighter.
He's saving it for the Olympics.
Yeah, exactly.
For the Olympics and nationals and all that good stuff.
He'll be 30 heading into the Olympics. Really cute moment. His son, baby Wyatt, cheering on daddy with his little Canadian flag. Obviously, he's our top contender for one of the Olympic spots. Roman, fresh off of Nebelhorn, where he clinched that final spot for Canada. Fall on the short program under rotated axle. Started the free, was solid with the quad sow, and then just kind of falling all over the place. Big mistakes. Such a beautiful skater.
I mean, we know with Roman, when he's on, he's one of the best out there, and when he's off, it can kind of unravel. And unfortunately, that's what happened. Really hope he can, double down on his training and make sure he's prepared because these next events are going to be really important for him to try and make the Olympic team.
And then the last Canadian man, Conrad Orzel, actually 6th in the free, 149, second best free skate score from any of the Canadian men on the international circuit. So he's got a lot of work to do, so like skating skills and stuff like that, but it's anybody's game right now, actually. Comparing what they did here, like Roman to Nam last week at Skate America. He was only 1 point away from Nam, and Nam had a much cleaner skate. I know you can't compare, it's two different competitions, but it's going to be anybody's game heading into the nationals.
It's a tight race.
Two pairs. First place, Sui Han. That's it. Second place, Pavlyuchenko and Kodakin. Third, Kane Gribble and Leduc.
Interesting pair event. Let's start with Sui Han. Looking beautiful and polished. Love that they went back to Bridge Over Troubled Water. That program is everything. They, in my opinion, are the front runners for the Olympic gold medal. If they skate clean and don't win, I don't know. I quit.
I love that they went back to this program. After they did that at whatever Worlds it was, I remember weeping in my kitchen. I was like, that was so beautiful. I listened to that version in my car all the time, just crying every morning. On repeat. Just incredible. Like that last carry lift where she's in an upside down, like Charlotte.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It was very interesting to see them do different entrances into their side-by-side triple sows in the free. And judging by the way she fell on that jump, she's clearly having some troubles with it. So, you don't usually see a pair team do that unless it's absolutely necessary. Clearly, they're focusing on getting the job done, getting the jump done. It didn't work out this time, but hope to see them clean that up as the season goes on. The second place, the Russians. They're so interesting and innovative. I wouldn't exactly say artistically they're my favorite. They don't really give me much, but they really stimulate my eyeballs. They do all sorts of crazy things. That one lift where he goes between her legs and grabs her belly and she's looking like a swan and flapping her wings. Fascinating stuff.
Was that the one where she like closes her legs around his hand?
Yeah.
It was weird.
It was weird. But the thing is they're like breaking the rules kind of without breaking the rules. They're reinventing things in a way, and there are almost no moments where there isn't something interesting happening, some sort of creative flippy transition. And then Kane Gribble and Leduc, so nice to see them lay down a strong free program. They've struggled with consistency. We can see when they skate well, they're beautiful. Nice to see them on the podium. Shout out to the Canadian teams. Eric and Vanessa, just shy of the podium. I think it was less than a couple points. Struggling a little bit with consistency on the jumps and throws. I think they're starting to find their groove. They're looking more like a team. They're gelling. Keep in mind, they just started this year. So we don't really know what to predict with them. They're in a tight race with the other Canadian team, Kirsten Moore Towers and Michael Marinero, reigning champions. really unfortunate mistakes in the free program, skated so beautifully, and then the first lift had an issue on the entrance. They managed to regroup and do it, ended up getting nothing for it, lost over 7 points. And then their second lift came down early. So all in all, that dropped them immensely. They likely would have been on the podium, probably, in my opinion, second. But unfortunate to see. They're going to clean that up. I know Mike's going to replay that in his head a lot of times, but they're on the right track. It's going to be a wonderful nationals to see these teams go at it for those 2 Olympic spots.
Well, that was Skate Canada in beautiful Vancouver. Let us know what you think. Kamila, we're sorry. We can only beg for forgiveness. I just want to say that one more time. Just incredible skating. It is going to be an Olympic season for the ages. Let us know. Comments below. You know the drill. Like, subscribe.
Write them down. Yeah. Subscribe.
Do it.
Do all the things. Follow us. Join us again.
And goodbye.
And Finn.